Hello and welcome, I'm Andrew, and today we're going to be looking at what I would consider the top 10 Battlebond reprints. So before we get into these top 10, I just want to have a couple little honorable mentions here. Just some very good utility removal good cards here. So Swords to Plowshare, Chain Lightning, Beast Within, and then of course Spell Snare. Just very good reprints. All of them see play in a variety of formats, and I think they're really good for this set since the power level is a bit higher than what you would consider a normal set. Another honorable mention I have is the Arena Rector. Now this card is not necessarily a reprint, it is a little different from Academy Rector, but this is semi-functionally a reprint. So when Arena Rector dies, you may exile it. If you do, search your library for a Planeswalker card, put it onto the battlefield, and shuffle your library. This is a very powerful effect. I put it as an honorable mention in this because I feel like it's somewhat a reprint. And then on top of that, not every deck plays a Planeswalker or plays multiple Planeswalker. Now of course Super Friends decks are going to love this card. It is just a really good include, but not every deck, as I mentioned, plays Planeswalkers in Commander. Number 10, Mind's Eye. Now I chose this one because who does not like card draw? This is just a very good artifact. You can include it in any Commander deck and just pay one, get a card whenever anyone else draws a card. Very good. Card draw is very important in a format like this. Number 9, Vigor or Vigor. I don't know exactly how you say it, but this card is pretty epic. I honestly did not know about this card before I saw that it was being reprinted. So after just an initial read, a 6/6 with trample, amazing, right? And then if any of your other creatures are going to take damage, they actually get bigger by taking that damage, which is pretty insane. And then if they try to kill or destroy Vigor, he just gets shuffled back into your library, which is pretty insane. He's a very powerful card, and the only absolute way to really deal with him is to exile him, which might be worth it, but I don't know. I mean, in a mono green deck, this card seems very, very awesome, very powerful. And I actually really like this card. Can't wait to get my hands on a copy of this. Number 8, Diabolic Intent. I'm glad this card is getting a reprint. I personally use this card in my Marin EDH deck. I mean, being able to sack a creature and then of course tutor is just really good and gets you value while Marin is out on the battlefield. I absolutely love this card, and the new art is awesome. Number 7, Greater Good. Another fantastic reprint. This artwork is amazing. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to be Judge promo artwork, which is very awesome to see on a card that now people can just pick up and play with. It's 4 mana for an enchantment that lets you sack a creature at instant speed, and then you can draw cards equal to its power and then discard 3 cards. Now, at first glance, you're like, why would I want to do this? But yet again, let's use Marin as an example. Sacking a creature is very important in that deck to give you those experience counters. You're also getting card draw from this, and you're discarding, so you can fuel your graveyard by putting bigger creatures in there that you want to reanimate. Maybe you don't want to spend mana on an 8 mana card, and you can just discard it and then reanimate at your end step. It is a very, very awesome card. Glad to see this is reprinted. Number 6, Core Spirit Dancer. This has to be one of my favorite reprints. Maybe not the best, but definitely one of my favorites because of the fact that, well, it's in a very popular deck, Boggles in Modern, and I really enjoy that deck, and so does my friend Chase. We have been talking a lot about that deck, and to see that they're actually going to be reprinting one of the big cards in that deck, Core Spirit Dancer, it's very important. Gives you card draw and is relevant because of the auras. So I'm glad to see this is getting a reprint. I'm glad to see that it's going to have that foil stamp at the bottom. Getting into the top 5, this is where it starts to get very epic. So number 5, we have Seedborne Muse. This card is just, I don't even have many words to say with this card just because it's phenomenal, right? It's a 2/4 for a 5. You look at that and you're like, okay, who actually cares about that? But the fact that it reads untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step is insane. It doesn't say all non-land permanents, it's every permanent you control is going to untap during every other player's untap step. The value you can get from this is just insane. Now, Pair this up with a Vidalcan Ori, and you can play cards on anyone's turn at instant speed, and you're untapping, so you can literally play cards at everyone's instep if you don't want them to deal with your stuff. Very awesome card. I absolutely love this card. Amazing artwork, amazing reprint. Number 4, Mystic Confluence. This card is kind of a staple in blue decks. It's not an auto include, but it definitely has a lot of power. For 5 mana, you can choose 3 of these modes. Now you can choose any mode more than once. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. You can return target creature to its owner's hand, and then you can of course draw a card. For 5 mana, that is a lot of flexibility in blue, and blue loves instant speed and flexibility. So to see this card getting a reprint, it was sitting around $15 to $20 for a copy of this, and it came in a pre-con. So to see this now you can open in a booster pack is just awesome. Number 3, Land Tax. For 1 white mana, it is an enchantment that reads, at the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent controls more lands than you may search your library for up to 3 basic land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. This card is absolutely bonkers, and I'm glad it's seeing a reprint. The last time this card was printed in a mass product, or at least a product that was not a Judge promo, was in 1999. It has been 19 years since this card was reprinted, and to see it coming back, this card was sitting anywhere between $25 to I think $45. So to see this card being a reprint is awesome. And yet again here, it is going to be the Judge promo artwork, which is awesome. I love this artwork. Glad to see a card that is 25 years old is getting a reprint. Number 2, True Name Nemesis is getting a reprint. Yet again, this is another Commander card that came out, I believe, in Commander 2013 in those pre-cons. This is the first time it's going to have a foil. This is the first time it's going to have that foil stamp at the bottom. This is incredible. I am speechless. This card sees play in Legacy, Vintage, Commander. It is just a very, very fun, powerful card. So I'm excited to get my hands on a copy. I do not yet own a copy since I don't necessarily play in those older formats at the moment, but this card is bonkers. I cannot wait to see how this plays out in the Two-Headed Giant games. Pretty solid, great card, just smash in for a ton of damage. And a Two-Headed Giant, I think this card is going to be pretty fun to play with. I absolutely cannot believe they actually reprinted this great card. The moment you've all been waiting for, but you knew what card it was. Of course, the best reprint in this set, in my opinion that is going to be Doubling Season. They are reprinting Doubling Season in a mass set that's not a master set. Absolutely insane. When I saw this card was being reprinted with this beautiful new artwork, oh my goodness. I knew that I was going to at least get 1 box of this set because this card is bonkers. I've been looking to pick up a copy for a while, and it just steadily keeps climbing in price. A while back it was at 50, and I believe now it's up into like the 60s, 70s, and that is just absurd. Now the card's power level, of course, is absurd, but to see it getting reprinted in this set is awesome. When it comes to Two-Headed Giant and drafting, I don't know if this is going to be the best card for you to draft, but in terms of going on to play with this in Commander or a constructed format, this card is absolutely bananas. I'm speechless when it comes to the reprints in this set, guys. As you've seen here, amazing reprints from uncommon all the way to mythic. I think they did a fantastic job on the cards they've chosen, and I can't wait to see how all of these reprints along with the new cards play out in this new format. Battlebond Two-Headed Giant Draft looks epic, and then of course to use these cards that I pull from draft and opening boxes in Commander and even Legacy and Vintage and a couple in Modern, it's just insane the value from this. And I think that this set is the master set that we've been waiting for the past year or two. Absolutely loving this product so far and cannot wait to open some boxes on the channel here for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support, and if you enjoyed the video, if you could leave a like down below, and then of course if you have any suggestions for your favorite cards and you want to put those down below because I did not mention them in the video, definitely do so. We can chat down there in the comment section about your favorite reprints of the set. I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and if you want to see more content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.